precinct chair lost her access completely. The response was that the three of us were participating illegally or against the TDP rules with a candidate's campaign. This was not true. I do not do that. I did not do that, nor did Mike. Not only did I not do it, but I didn't even know how to do it. And the other precinct chair, Stacy Smith, not only did she not do it, but she doesn't know how to do it either. So we couldn't have, even if we wanted to. That being said, now we're further down the road, and Mike was asking for access not only for himself, but also for the other precinct chairs, so that we can help each other when we're out block walking, or we're out, we get information from our cousin who lives on the other side of the county, and we can go in and change the information, whatever. I don't know enough about it. I just know that I can go in and I can do these things. The problem is that I personally was accused in this manner of doing something illegal, which I did not do. And this is still coming up. And this is still reflecting on the integrity of my character, to which Mike's response is pretty much what's going on in my head every time I hear that. Not only is it disrespectful, but it is
a fucking lie.
No, please stop, please. It is a lie, period. Thank you for listening.
Okay, now let me address the question that was asked here.
What was the question addressed here?
At the last meeting, it was revealed that by Jamie Mims that when she was working on her husband's campaign, that there were streets in other precincts that she was wanting to access. A precinct chair is not allowed to use their individual van access for a candidate, period.
No, that's not
So
what
that's-
I, no,
so-
you misunderstood what I said. I
Okay.
said that we had learned at the last second that the boundaries for...
Wait, are you referring to what you said at the meeting or what you're saying you said today?
I was referring to at the meeting.
Okay, so what you said at the meeting is on record.
Let her get to the end.
What I thought I had said, okay, and what I was trying to convey is that we had learned, not really during Willie's campaign, it was like coming down to the very end of the campaign, where the voting was getting ready to happen, that we had people telling us, hey, we thought we weren't in your precinct, and however, when we went to go vote, oh my gosh, your name is on our thing. And so then we were thinking, well, no, Willie was like, no, I know my precinct. How are these streets still, how are they counted in? And that's when we saw the updated list, or the boundaries, and it showed that they had shifted. And so no, I wasn't using, because at that point, I didn't even know how to use the van. I've never even had access to it. I was brought in on January 21st, but it wasn't until March 1st when I actually got to sign a form by Michael at that March 1st meeting to actually get van access. So I hadn't even been using van. What I was saying was there were boundaries that we didn't even know existed in Willie's precinct until people were voting right there at the end. So no, that again is when you're saying that I had said at the last meeting that I was trying to use van for my husband's campaign, that's actually wrong, because you could probably go into van to see any sort of activity and you'll see zero, because I didn't even have access to van. I was trying to say that of the boundaries had changed, and that's why I felt it was important to have countywide access to see where the boundaries are of the precinct. So again, I'm not asking for an apology, but I am asking that if you're going to say that it was me and I'm completely clueless about it, I would because I would have watched that video and been like, who the heck is he talking about? Because I would have no idea. So I find it a little offensive that you're involving me in this when you can go into that van access and you can see that there was no participation from me in van. Because I didn't even get access until March 1st. So like I said, I'm not asking for an apology, but if you're gonna call me out like that subliminally and try to defame my character, I'm sorry, but you can't do that because I'm not doing anything to defame your
The
character.
video speaks for itself.
Yeah, judge, jury, executioner. He executes everybody. Doesn't fucking matter.
Mike, please watch your language.
Hey, I don't care. This lady here, she does it every meeting. She'll sit back there and go, fucking people, goddamn.
Mike,
You do it all the time,
I
Karen.
don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, yeah.
please,
Sit there all.
Mike.
Oh. I've had it with these people.
Okay,
On this
Jamie's got
van.
this. Jamie's
Yes.
got this.
If you're a precinct chair, you're supposed to have access,
Right.
but you're saying you're only supposed to have access to your precinct?
Correct.
Okay.
Unless
And
it's,
unless
Hold on,
there is
let
a
me
specific
finish.
reason to
Let
have
me finish.
countywide access.
Let me answer your question. Unless it is demonstrated that there is a reason to have access beyond that.
Okay, now, what, they have to come to you and demonstrate that?
Yes.
Is that-
Yeah, you have
okay,
to kiss his ass.
I got you.
Or you have to make a submission to
Submission to-
TDP.
okay.
Those
is
are
what
those are
I
not my
had to
words.
do.
You understand that, right?
And I see that I'm also being recorded. So again, it was to,
Right, I understand. what
again,
you're
but I'm still being
Who's
because I know what
recording?
he's trying to do because I
Yeah,
know in my particular
Right.
precinct, which is precinct 36.
Tolbert
okay?
is
Or precinct
recording.
35, I'm sorry,
Of
it's
course,
precinct
he
35.
records everything.
That there
Says the
were
right.
streets that were added
Right.
to our particular, because I asked my husband, I said, this is the precinct that I'm the precinct chair of.
Right.
And when he was looking at the map, he was just like, no, I know those streets, those can't be in there. So then I'm like, okay, well, maybe the map is incorrect. So then whenever I, later on, as I'm learning about all of this, that's when it came to with the early voting, when people were like, oh, no, you were on our ticket. And so that's when we looked back at the maps again. And clearly, just even in my own precinct, there were streets that had extended beyond what Willie had originally understood. So again, for clarification, I was not using the van to try to get my husband as many votes as possible, because you saw the results, they spoke for themselves, without even my help with the van. So again, I'm not asking for an apology, but I wanted to be for the record that I was not using van for my husband's campaign, because you can see in all of the activity log, there was zero.
So,
Absolutely
Can
zero.
I say something here?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm new today. And I don't know what's going on here, but I just rather not become a part of this because I feel like we're grown people. And if you all wanna do this, you all should get in a place where you all can get together and decide what you wanna do. But for as attitude, cursing and stuff like that, that's wrong. We are adults and we should get along together. That's the way I'm feeling now. But it's discouraging with me new coming in and I'm having to listen to all this and I don't know anything. But I think you all should get together and discuss this. And like I said, I'm new and I don't know what's going on. But it's discouraging me to become a part of this party.
It's been discouraging me too.
Right,
And,
and
but that's why I
thing
wanted to
to
continue to
me-
explain.
Is you all should get together and solve this problem.
Ma'am, we have tried.
I don't know, but I hope you
I'm
do.
sorry.
Right there. Oh,
I hope
Thank
you
you.
do.
Thank
Y'all
you
have
for
a good
speaking
day.
up.
Thank you for coming.
So Jamie's the culprit, or am I the culprit, or is it Mike? Michael, who are you saying that's been doing this illegal activity?
yeah, because you cut us off months and months ago.
Okay.
But now it's all
The
Jamie's fault.
question that I was answering was what came up in the last meeting. Beyond that, that's in the
Who is
past.
doing the illegal activity? Is it me?
It's in the past. It's done.
Michael, are you accusing me of doing illegal activity? This is a yes or no
You precinct
question.
chair?
I'm not accusing you of anything.
You are not.
No.
Thank you.
Are you accusing me?
I haven't
doing
used the word.
illegal
I haven't
activity
used the
on
word
the
accused.
van?
Period.
What?
You
I haven't
took
used
my-
the word accused. Period.
Oh, now we're doing semantics.
Okay. So you took my countywide access away for what reason?
Because you have not demonstrated that you are utilizing it for the good of the organization.
Prove it.
Okay.
Right now. Prove it.
Yeah, I
Come
don't
on,
have.
jury, judge,
My
executioner.
computer's already off.
Prove it.
And I'm not going to argue with you.
That's
What?
because you can't.
That's because
Michael.
you
look,
always
this
get
needs
your
to
way.
stop. This just
You
needs to
always
stop.
get your way. Oh,
Oh,
Karen,
It needs to
you
stop.
are the
This
person
needs to
that is so
happen.
wrong to say that. So wrong.
Michael.
You do this every meeting. You'll get up and you'll start to storm out. You'll do the F-bomb
I haven't
halfway
done
out the
that
door.
in months and months and months.
Really?
I did it
Let-
one time.
Let's
Oh,
let's
my God.
refocus here. Michael,
You can't talk to him.
there have been people that Mike has helped who are in this room. How is that not helping the party when a precinct chair is schooled on? And I mean, that's what we're supposed to
You
do,
don't
is
need
help each
countywide
other.
bad access to do that. You, as the primary activist for the Democratic Club, should have countywide access, in my opinion.
Excuse me, I'm refocusing because
I'm gone.
he needs
This
to
is
answer this
unnecessary.
question.
And nobody is observing 6 foot.
Well, I've learned that.
So let me ask, for example, Tony, did Mike Nichols help you as a precinct chair understand how to use the van more? Oh, you're gonna ignore me. All right, I'm out of here. I didn't realize that I was being totally ignored now. Again, Michael Tolbert.
I don't want to cause any argument. I am just simply asking, what evidence do you have that showed that I was trying to help my husband's campaign?
Your own words.
But I didn't do anything. I haven't even been on Van. I don't even know how to access Van. But that's why I'm asking, Michael, all right, because I think and it's very clear that you misconstrued what I was saying. I was not saying anything to the effect of, we need to have county access in order to help my husband's campaign or to help any
That's
other.
already passed.
I know that, but what I'm saying, I haven't even been on Van.
Okay. Like I said, the video speaks for itself.
But it doesn't say anything.
Okay. I mean, I know what. Okay. I know what it says. So, I mean, I can't debate that with you. I mean, it says what it says.
Okay, but there was like, what, 25, 30 other people that were at that meeting, and not one of them ever had the notion or the idea that we are going to be using it to help a candidate. It's to have the access so that when we are helping somebody in their precinct to register Democrats, we can say, hey, here's the van access, let's get you in right away. That's what it's supposed to be about, and that's what we're wanting to do.
Do you understand that registering voters has nothing to do with
No,
van?
but honey, I'm still trying to learn.
Do
I'm
you
not
understand-
saying
wait, hold on.
registering,
Wait.
I'm meaning getting
That's
their.
what you just said, is registering.
Okay, I said the wrong word.
Okay.
Okay, maybe it's no different than what happened on March 9th or whenever we had that last meeting.
Maybe.
Okay, so again, you're taking words and you're somewhat twisting it to make me sound like I'm a bad guy, and I didn't even know I was even involved in this.
Okay. Your point is taken.
Okay, the point is taken, but next time, if you're really going to try to come at me with something, I would really
I'm sorry, you
appreciate.
said come at you. What do you mean when you say
Well,
come
this
at you?
subliminally, like we had
No,
somebody
actually,
at the meeting.
I didn't want to disclose that, but he insisted. So,
Okay, but next time, talk to me. If it's about me.
so we went offline. They wanted to have a private discussion. So there we are.
Okay, but if,
But again, I was not the one that videoed the whole meeting, you know, so that's out there for, you know, whoever to see, so.
I just know that I was not talking about my husband's campaign.
Okay, like I said,
And
the
I wasn't
video
talking
speaks
about-
for itself. Why don't you take a look at the video, and if what I've said is inaccurate, I will apologize profusely.
Well, I just said it because I was clearly there
Okay.
and I know what I said. And like I said, I would like to have an apology, but I really don't want an apology because I know what I said and it had nothing to do with campaigns.
Okay.
I was clearly making a point that the boundary lines of precincts have shifted.
Okay, point taken.
And we just were not even aware of that. So
Point taken.
I just really don't like being cut off because I wasn't cutting you off. Okay? So I just really
I mean,
felt
you're
like
repeating yourself, so I mean, that doesn't do any good. I mean, I need to go, I got, my child is waiting for me at home,
And
so
I
I
have
really
3
like
children
to.
with a babysitter, but I'm still not interrupting you. It's
Yes,
just
ma'am.
very disrespectful.
Yes, ma'am.
And now you're bowing at me? Again, it's disrespectful. You're bowing at me? There was no need for that.
Jamie, I didn't think he meant that in a bad way.
I left a previous party because of how I was being treated. And now I'm coming into this party thinking it's going to be different. And it's the same.
It can be. It can be different. We are obviously in a supercharged atmosphere right now, and you weren't part of creating that.
No. But
Okay?
I feel like I'm being pulled in when I didn't do
Well,
anything.
just back away and watch. That would
Don't
be my
feel that
advice to
way.
you.
From my point of view, I look at both sides and I don't think there's any malice intended from certain people. But,
It's not coming off that way.
but
Well,
I like
you
the,
know, as I
I
told
like
you-
the other lady. I don't approve of saying the F word like Mike was doing.
But when I haven't done anything and I'm being drawn in and I don't even realize it.
Yeah, right, and
What? That's wrong.
And I can understand that, because I went to the after party, over there at, what's the name, the Norteño, after I, worked the Pope. And so I can understand that.
I just don't like being accused of something that I know I'm not doing.
I'll watch the video, I'll look at it. I have not looked at it. You know, it's very disturbing that it's in a secret page hidden and Mike's not even a member of that page, that group. I mean, he's the county chair and that's the CEC page. So, I know you're getting dragged into it.
You're welcome, thank you.
Look who's dragging you. And by the way, and Willie should have known this, so he should have told you. This is one of the problems, one of the problems we have with all